Department of Veterans Affairs. I'd heard so many people mention the work that he had done, the impactful work that he had done from many sources, and so I was elated when we got this nomination this year for the Lifetime Achievement Award for Service to the Citizen. Fernando Rivera is honored as a Lifetime Achievement Award recipient for his distinguished career in public service, from starting as a GS5 engineer to advancing through roles such as a medical center director and acting deputy undersecretary of health for operations and management. His journey reflects a deep commitment to enhancing veteran health care. His leadership has driven significant improvements across VA facilities, including national recognition for quality at the Martinsburg VAMC, the Gold Standard Baldrige Award for the Washington, D.C. VAMC, and the notable progress in Network 16. Fernando's focus on inclusion and cultural competency has earned accolades like the LGBTQ Healthcare Equality Index. Notably, under his leadership at Vision 5 Director, he advanced telehealth services, launched the Integrated Disability Evaluation System, and restored VA health care in the Gulf South. His proactive response during COVID-19 pandemic set national standards, caring for over 1,600 patients and integrating responses across healthcare systems. Fernando Rivera's career exemplifies a profound dedication to improving the healthcare of veterans, setting high standards for excellence and service. Thank you, Fernando, for your service, your dedication, and commitment to the veterans. Please join me in congratulating Fernando Rivera.
I don't deserve this recognition.
Oh. Yeah, you do.
Deeply grateful. I'm even more grateful for Ms. Martha because she's giving me about 90 minutes to make comments. Thank you, as we say in the deep south of New Orleans. Thank you, Ms. Martha. We really appreciate it. On all seriousness, I'm one of the luckiest people in the world. I'm what the American dream is all about. I came to this country after a really terrible revolution in Cuba. I was born in the Navy Hospital in Havana, Cuba in 1960. A year later, my father was executed by the new government because he was a lieutenant in the Navy, the Cuban Navy, and he was fighting for the freedom of Cuban citizens. My grandfather, who was a captain in the Navy, was sentenced to 20 years. And my mother, as a single parent, got both of her parents and Maini out of the country. And we arrived in New Orleans in 1969 after she had served for 15 months in a concentration camp waiting for a visa to come in. So I learned at a very early age what freedom meant, what freedom was about. And then I lucked out. I ended up in New Orleans because New Orleans was very similar to Havana. The Cuban flag was actually designed in New Orleans, and there's a lot of common history. And then I ended up in the VA, where at the beginning didn't quite understand, working at the VA hospital in New Orleans, what we were doing there. I was an engineering graduate, civil engineering graduate from the University of New Orleans. Woo!
Yeah.
And so I was about building things and didn't understand all these guys who had missing limbs, who were hurting, who were in our hospital beds. And then later, I began to understand that they represented what sacrifices are needed to defend our freedoms so we can enjoy an evening that we're enjoying tonight. Feeling safe. because of their sacrifices. And then I realized what a gift I had been given. Understanding what the price of freedom meant that I would be as committed as I would be able to serve those who had served us. And I've dedicated my entire career to serving veterans in the VA, and I'm very proud of that. It is at the VA that I met the most beautiful, most wonderful, most perfect person that I've known for the last 32 years. My wife Stacy, who's here with me tonight. She is at the center of who I am and everything about me. And I am so grateful for you. Thank you. And so, in that sense, I learned how important it was that we set an example, not just serving veterans, but set an example in the communities where we serve, that we support each other. I also really began to fall in love with the fact that within the VA, we're a family, and we love each other. We take care of each other. We may not even know each other, but immediately we know each other. And then I came here tonight, right? And it's the same vibe. It's the same feeling. We are a family. Doesn't matter where you work. It doesn't matter where you work. Doesn't matter that we don't know each other, but we know what we're about. We know what we're committed to. We know how beautiful and how special this country that we're privileged to live in is, and what it means to be able to serve in this country. And for that, I am eternally grateful. I say that this recognition tonight is about a gift that I was given a long, long time ago. And I'm grateful for the recognition, but let me tell you, it's about who we are and what we are about. And I rejoice in it the way I hope that each and every one of you get to rejoice in it. I have good friends in this room, friends that I've worked with for years. I'm thinking of Dr. Neil Evans, who I have the privilege of working with. Stacey Laspress, who's just wonderful and continues to be wonderful. Some still in the VA, some not in the VA. Our leadership and veterans experience is extremely, extremely important. And I know that each and every one of you have the same connection. You know people who have influenced your life, who have been part of your commitment and part of who you are. I would say to you that any one of us in the room could be up here right now. Any one of us could be telling our story, and our story would be just as special as I think my story of this American dream is to me. And for that, I am very, very grateful. I'm grateful to be part of this family tonight, and I take each and every one of you in my heart and with me back to New Orleans to celebrate this gift that we have of being able to serve others each and every day. Thank you.
Yeah.